Let's talk about my morning routine. For some reason, a lot of people are interested in morning routines. We're getting closer to September. We're getting closer to school starting again. I'm getting into my last years of masters. And so I wanted to share my morning routine and like what I do in the morning, describe a little bit of what I do, why I do it, and how I got inspired to like build that morning routine so that maybe you guys can also inspire yourself. The first thing I want to say is that the morning routine that I created gradually changed over the years. For me, a morning routine kind of starts before the morning. So first of all, the most important thing of a morning routine is that it starts before you go to bed. You just can't go to sleep being stressed out with like a bunch of things you have to do. I clearly think it's much better to go to sleep with nothing on your mind and sleep correctly rather than going to sleep with like a bunch of million things to do. Mornings are sacred and you can't just like let a pile of clothes to do for the next day as soon as you wake up. So I would recommend, first of all, to go to sleep and have a few things ready for the next morning so that you make things obvious and easier for you to start the next day. One of the first things I do as soon as I wake up is I put all the lights on because like that helps me to wake myself up. And the second thing I do is that I drink a big glass of water. That's something that is quite important because like most of the time we're tired because we're not hydrated enough. And so what I do before going to bed is that I already pour that glass of water so that I remind myself I have to drink it. And just the fact of drinking it, because it's a mindless activity, well, it does wake you up. And then to get myself motivated, I put some music on right away and I start doing my bed and getting ready to start workout. And because I don't want to think too much about like the exercises I want to do during that workout, I follow an app. Any app is good, you know, an app that you can do at home, and I try to like do that for like 15 minutes. So basically I count about 5 minutes just to put the lights on, drink a glass of water, do my bed, and get ready for sports. So that takes like 5 minutes. And then 15 minutes of just like purely intense sport, usually cardio, so that like it really wakes me up and I can hear my heart pumping and I'm really, really awake. And as soon as I get sweaty, I turn it off like around 7:20. So I've been awake for like 20 minutes, doing sports for like 15 minutes, and then I get into the shower. And the best shower you can take is definitely a cold shower. Cold showers just like make you so awake, and they can be very hard. So one of the things I did to gradually get into like very icy cold water is that I would start it warm, and then at the end, just before getting out of the shower, I would just like put it icy cold and then dry myself up with the towel. I'm not articulating enough. Anyways, after that, I feel like really motivated. I already have my clothes ready that I left for myself to see the day before, and so I put them on right away and I start cooking myself breakfast. I have two different types of breakfast. The first breakfast I take is here with a fruit with applesauce and almonds and 85% dark chocolate. And the second breakfast I take is basically like 4 eggs. Those eggs can be like scrambled, they can be boiled, they can be whatever. It just depends on my mood. And usually what I do is that I put podcasts on, and that podcast would be something that I like listening, like for example, news. And in France, we have like this guy that talks about news like 10 minutes per day. And it basically like tells you everything that happened. And I think he's pretty cool. His name is Hugo Decrypte. And like for 10 minutes, you can listen to him. And I usually use that as like a timer. And I usually use that as like some sort of timer so that I know as soon as it's off, like I have to stop eating. I do the dishes right away. My bag is ready to go away. And then I leave my apartment like right away to get like real sunlight right away. And yeah, I think that was it. So you see, my morning routine is pretty simple. I think one of the most important things I do is like exercise in the morning. I think that's with music. I think that's really what makes me really motivated in the morning for sure. But at the moment, I'm trying to like rebuild that morning routine. So I'll maybe do like a new video to like tell you how I change my morning routine. But like I said, this morning routine can definitely change, and I'm trying to like figure out how I can like add affirmations, how I can add meditation, how I can add like a few things. But obviously, like the more things you add, the more complicated your morning routine is. And the most important thing is that like you love your morning routine and that it gets you started in the day right. So at the moment I'm reading Miracle Morning, and I'm trying to like see how I can implement those different things. So I might do like a new YouTube video to tell you guys how I change my morning routine, how early I wake up, and if the results are much better. Anyways, hope you guys like this video. Hope it also helps you. Let me know in the comments which ideas you find are great and what your morning routine is. If you're happy to have content in English, don't hesitate to support me, leave me a like. And yeah, I'm also on Instagram, but on Instagram I talk mostly French, so if you want to improve your French, you can also go up to Instagram. Most of the content is also very visual, so even if you don't speak French, you can also appreciate some of the workouts I do and some of the other things I share. The only complicated part that I can definitely not like translate as easily are the videos I do on Instagram on Tuesdays, where it's basically Tuesday motivation. And yeah, that's something that's a little more complicated to translate, obviously. Anyways, hope you guys liked the video, and I'll try to do videos like that more often.